non-specific, really. I like the idea that that Neverland was a place where all times collided, all periods collided, so that we could have kind of Elizabethan costume and 1930s costume and the Ramones. Jason can talk more about the setting at the beginning of the movie in London, Second World War. Maybe.
Yeah, definitely. For me, I wanted it to feel like Peter was really escaping from something. And so if we set it in the original setting of the very book, we're talking about just the turn of the 20th century. So I thought, well, if we do World War II, that's going to heighten the sense of desperation of a kid who just wants to imagine a very different world. And then the second reason was I really wanted to see pirate ships fight Spitfire planes. So selfishly, I thought that would be a cool sequence. And in Joe's hands, it was pretty spectacular. So those were honestly the two main motivations.
And for the actors, how that helped you put your own spin on these roles?
Garrett? When I first met with Jill, which he said, because obviously you're reading this origin story of Hook, and it's not necessarily the Hook that everybody knows and loves, and even in this version, Peter and Hook are allies, so it's an interesting take, and I was quite curious, and I met with Joe to see how he saw Hook. I mean, he'd said that I sort of see him as a character out of an early John Ford film, where, you know, if he wasn't on Neverland, he'd be happy sort of on a horse in the prairie, and he was doing music on Blackbeard and Tiger Lily as well, and I just thought it was, you know, super interesting. We had so much fun with it.
It was just, I just think there was freedom to play and not get bogged down in, particularly for me, there's one line in the original book saying that Hook learned his trade as the bosun for Blackbeard, which I presume Jason took and ran with. So I'm the one actor here who's playing a character in terms of this beloved story who's fresh to it. No one, but there is actually a little reference there, and it was a nice, cool little link. And when you watch the movie again, you'll see the little things that Garrett and I and Joe tried to link with the two characters. But in terms of the time period, as I said, Neverland is just your 11-year-old's imagination, so anything's possible, you know.
Right over here. For Hugh and Rooney,